Hey everybody, it's your girl Angie. Welcome back to Kiss My Cheeks TV. It is time to get into the weekend reality shows. I told you all earlier that the Super Bowl came on Sunday, so I didn't watch Family or Fiance or Love and Marriage Huntsville until yesterday. So that's why the reviews are on a Tuesday. But this coming week, I don't think I have any plans. So reviews should be normally scheduled, which is the day after the episode comes on. So we should be back to our normal review time. Up first, we're going to get into Family or Fiance. I love Family or Fiance. I love the concept of the show just because I like a therapy style show. I like Dr. Tracy. I like to hear the advice that she gives the couples. Sometimes it's something I may want to practice in my own life, and sometimes it may be something I've never heard of, but I just like the concept of the show of two people engaged, coming together with their families. Sometimes it could be some mess, sometimes it could be some stress. I love when the families can work it out and the engaged couple gets married and move on. I always root for love. I also love when the people realize we need to take a pause, a break, and some of it is for our entertainment value only. And let me tell you something. I'm sucking on a cough drop. I'm still, working over this flu. This first episode of the new season clearly was for our entertainment value. I can't believe that these people really, really, really thought they could bring their families, which is the same family. You could bring your family on this show and they really gonna be okay with y'all running off in the sunset getting married. I'm gonna talk about it because I'm in anything for clout. That's what I wrote my notes. I took notes this time too, y'all. I said anything for clout, anything to be on television. I don't understand what we're doing here. We have Jamica and James, whichever, they're third cousins. That's right, third cousins, and they have no shame. There's not a lick of shame with them being third cousins and dating, engaged, sleeping together, having a miscarriage. Not a lick of shame. And I just was like, we don't need to be on TV to know that this wedding does not need to go down. Like, we don't need Family or Fiance for this, but okay, y'all want to put y'all business in the streets, let's go. Not only are they third cousins, I mean, to me, third cousins, like Dr. Tracy, you was on that BS. I can't curse yet. Third cousins, I've grew up with my third cousins. I know exactly who my third cousins are. We know exactly how we're related. That's too close for me. To me, if you call me cousin, I don't care if you're the 18th cousin. Nothing in my mind, I can't bring my mind to say we're so far enough removed that I want to sleep with and marry my cousin. I don't care if it's to the 18th power. I don't care if it's to the 32nd power. As soon as you say that's your cousin, it's a wrap. The attraction, it should be something in you that should say this is wrong. But to them, third cousins isn't close enough. I mean, it's to the point where James, he's 12 years older than Jamica. But these people in their 40s and 50s now, so we don't give a damn about them being 12 years apart. But it's to the point where James and Jamica's mother grew up together as cousins. Like, what does she say? Our parents are first cousins. We're second, which make my daughter his third. That shit too close. But here we are. So not only do they not care that they're third cousins, they're both still married. So not only do we have to get over the fact that we're related, but we're also still both legally married. It was still, they bring up to Dr. Tracy that it's okay with them being third cousins and sleeping together because they share no DNA markers. It's just weird. It's weird that you felt the need to get tested for DNA markers to make it okay in your mind to be having sex with your cousin. That's what y'all wanted to put y'all business in the street, not me. They both bring their children as a part of the families that they're going to surprise this engagement on. Like, the family knows that some of the family knew that they were dating, some of the family knew that they were doing something. He brought his friends who knew that they were dating but did not know that they were cousins. He just thought that was his new girlfriend. But whatever, they brought all these people to family or fiance to spring on them. Surprise! I got a ring, we're engaged. And of course, everyone was disgusted and like, no, I don't give a damn. No. As you should be. Like, I really don't understand the purpose of this episode. It's no therapy out of this. There's nothing nobody could have said on this episode that would make me wrap my mind around two cousins having to get down and they so in love they got to get married. Now, that's what Dr. Tracy says. If you all are open, you all can have all kind of healing. Dr. Tracy, you should have shut this down. You shouldn't even brought them on the show. I don't understand why we got to watch Kissing Cousins. It ain't enough mess in the relationships in the streets in the dating pool that we have to really try to wrap our minds around Kissing Cousins. Okay. He has 2 biological daughters. The problem with this man, not only is he dating his cousin and he's still married, but he also ain't shit as a father. And I know it ain't the 10-minute mark, but it ain't no other way for me to say it. This man has 2 biological daughters that it seems like he's the type of man when the relationship over, he over. He on to the next. When a new relationship come in, okay, I know y'all my kids, but this my new wife and these her kids and these the kids in my house. So these the ones I'm gonna take care of. Forget y'all over there. And it seemed like he's on his 3rd marriage. And the daughter clearly said, every time you find a new woman, you drop us, you drop the children, and you move on with the new woman and her children. And she's tired of it. The oldest daughter, I don't know if it's the oldest or the youngest, but one of the daughters don't want to have nothing to do with the dad at all. I think Kiana was the daughter that did show up, and we'll get more into that later. Now, he said his daughter wants back in his life, and he says no. I didn't understand why the oldest daughter doesn't want to have anything to do with him. So, because of how you treated her. But that then gave him license to play victim to like, well, if she want to have something to do with me, she got to come around me because, I mean, she wrote me off. I've always said it's the parents' responsibility to usher in the healing. It's never the children's responsibility. The children have to be open to it. And sometimes you can mess over children where it's a hard no for the rest of their life. And as the parent, you have to be the one to keep fighting for it. You should never be, as the parent, well, when they want to talk to me, I guess, but I ain't about to do nothing else. I think that's a sorry excuse of a parent. And I'm never like when parents talk like that. In this moment, I believe it was somewhere, I forgot, one of the couples brought up that they've already had a miscarriage and they're trying to get pregnant again. These 2 want to have a baby together. The cousins want to have a baby together. They want to have a 4th cousin and a child. That's probably why they got the DNA test, to make sure that when they were pregnant the first time, that them being cousins wouldn't cause any sometimes things can happen when you cross the DNA too close. So unfortunately, they did have a miscarriage. I mean, I don't want to make light of that, but that also could have been a blessing in disguise, because nobody wants to come into this world and have to explain for the rest of their life that their mother and the father are third cousins, and you're just setting that child up to be teased, destroyed, their self-esteem ruined for the rest of their life, and that's unfair. That's unfair to the child. um I hope they don't get pregnant again. I usually don't wish that for people. I like people to procreate however they may, God blesses them to do. But I just feel like this is a mess. This man already doesn't know how to take care and be nurturing to the two children. Cousins aside, this man doesn't know how to be nurturing and caring and providing to the two children that he has. Why, ma'am, you who already have 6 children and dealing with enough drama of you ain't even filed your paperwork, why are you trying to procreate with your cousin? Why are you trying to have another child by this man? What makes you think he's going to be any better of a father to your child than he was to the 2 children that he already has? You see how he wrote that daughter off with leave. Hell, if you leave, well, you call me. I don't give a damn. You leave, call me when you want to talk. You know, he wrote the daughter off so hard that you think he going to instantly learn how to be a loving, nurturing, caring father because he having a baby with you, the cousin? What did I say? Parents, but when your parent child, I cuss this man out in my notes. That's all in my notes. And this one not gonna be that long because, like I said, it's nothing really to work out here. His friends, I did not like. When the daughter was upset because the daughter kept trying to explain, and everyone was trying to explain that she feels abandonment issues because when I was 5 years old, you divorced my mother and you moved on to another relationship, and you moved, not only did you move out of our household, but you moved 1,000 miles out of state, which means it ain't no every other weekend type of situation going on, which means once you left and moved 1,000 miles away, I probably didn't see you again for years at a time. And so the daughter is trying to explain her feelings of abandonment, and the dad is shut down because he doesn't want to have to accept accountability for how he was as a parent. It's easier for him to play victim and shut down and shut the daughter out. Sir, you're not the victim. You created the child. And she is allowed to tell you how she felt that she was raised. And if you were mature enough, you would have sat in it and with the aid of the counselor, work that shit out. If you are sincere, I feel like you weren't sincere. I feel like you don't give a damn about them children. But anyway, what I didn't like is when he starts crying, the father starts crying because he wants to play victim. And his best friend tells him, sometimes you just got to tell people what they want to hear. How does that usher in healing? How just No, you never need to tell people just what they want to hear. You need to tell people the truth. And if the truth is fucked up, let it be fucked up and you be a fucked up person and you take accountability for being a fucked up person. But don't go around just telling people, oh, I'm sorry, because that means you didn't really mean it. You were just saying that you're sorry and you understand and all this other stuff, all this woo, woo, woo. You're just doing that to pacify that person so they can shut up, so you could quit feeling the heat of the bullshit you put them through. But no, you don't. And see, you got bad people around you, because that was the worst advice I ever heard. Sometimes you just need to tell people what they want to hear. That's his daughter. That's his daughter. Don't be just telling me some shit you want me to hear. Tell me the truth. And if it's bullshit, I'll accept that my daddy is full of bullshit. But don't just be going around telling people you sorry and you don't mean it. Because that's how you end up back at square one, and you end up with the daughter who drove off and she probably don't want to have shit else to do with you like the first one. I told the daughter I was not mad at her for leaving. Please protect your peace, because that father, he means no goodwill towards you. And I don't know these people, but I can tell for the fact that he just got to be married to his cousin that he has no goodwill towards you. He has a fucked up mentality. He doesn't, just move on from it, ma'am. Move on from it. Now, the wife or fiance feels embarrassed because the daughter has left, and she feels like, well, we need to pause and we need to work on our families because her daughter told her, I remember the daughter said, I can't wait till I go to college because I'm tired of this shit. And then she told her mom, look, I am depressed. I'm already depressed of dealing with the divorce, the looming divorce, because they know their parents are going to be divorced. But mind you, the female fiance hasn't even filed her paperwork. She says, I'm depressed about what's going on with me and my dad, and what's going on with you and your cousin is adding to the depression, and I need help. I'm so happy that young lady, because mind you, she said, I can't wait to go to college, which means she's probably only 16, 17 years old. I'm so happy that she was mature enough to find the words to let her mother know this is some bullshit. Probably you're embarrassing me. I'm a high school student and you got me on this fucking TV with my mama out here talking about she fucking and wanting to have kids with her cousin, our cousin. You're embarrassing me. I'm depressed and I need some help. I really hope y'all found some help for that girl. Young lady, if they don't, I hope you can find a way to research it and find a counselor that you can afford and get the help that you need for your depression. Because when people tell you they're depressed, that ain't just no, I'm sad and I'm crying a little bit. That shit can be really serious. And you up here playing with people's lives for this TV mess. And I can't tell if y'all being for real or not. I really want to just hope this is some fakeness and y'all just doing this for the clout of the television show. But if not, shout out to that little girl for speaking up and at least getting her mother to realize the Oprah Winfrey Network ain't really the place for all this. So the mother took her ring off and said they have some work to do as a couple, as parents, and they're putting the engagement on pause. They tell everyone that the engagement is on pause, but what does that mean? In the end credits, we found out that meant that they aren't going to wear the ring, but they're still living together and playing married because you're playing house and you got this man still around your other children. I'm assuming the one on the show is the oldest, and so it's probably younger children that he's trying to parent. He's still not fooling around with his children, but he want to play parent to yours. Ma'am, please, Dr. Tracy, next week, let it just be some regular mess. The mama don't like the daughter. Somebody was cheating. Somebody spent up all the family money. Somebody a gold digger. Let it be right, because this right here was too deep. It was too much. And I can't wrap my mind around it. I can't wrap my mind around the kissing cousins. I just can't. I don't know how to review it. It's disgusting to me. All I can do is pray for the babies who don't have no choice but to be involved in this bullshit. I really pray this was just for clout, so y'all could, get y'all a free trip to LA, because I don't know who you thought was going to get a blessing for this. But anyway, like I said, this is a short one. I really can't wait to talk about Love and Marriage Huntsville next, because I might end up cussing Destiny out. I might have to demonetize that video because Destiny pissed me off worse than this man over here kissing up on his cousin. Jesus. Because when they met at a family funeral, when she was 18 and he was 30. He was the adult, she was the child, and that's when they met. It wasn't until years later, till they became adults and they got married and had grown-ass children, that they decided they wanted to start sleeping with each other. But they first locked eyes at 18 and 30 at a funeral for a family member. You can't tell me if that man and the mother grew up as cousins together. They grew up together, playing together, they're the same age, that he didn't know her daughter from when she was first born and watched her grow up and was probably looking at her all this time. This is disgusting to me. I don't want to say the word that was used on Huntsville over here because the word pisses me off. But if you know what the word is, this is an example of it. What this man over here, right here, is doing. But anyway, we're about to move on. Like I said, Dr. Tracy, give me some typical mess that thank you, Lemon Kush Pepper. Thank you. It's my Valentine's nails. Dr. Tracy, next week, give me something I could talk about. Give me some, just some simple he cheating, he ain't. I can't do the kissing cousins. That was too deep for me. You couldn't even work it out, girl. Dr. Tracy couldn't even work it out. She had to bring in a therapist herself because we can't wrap our mind around this. Cast and do better. We know they ain't getting married. But anyway, of course, they didn't get married at the end, but they still living together. Whatever. Anyway, y'all, please like, comment, share, all of that good stuff. Shout out to all the new subscribers. If you like the content, please hit the subscribe button. I appreciate it. If you already subscribed, hit the like button. If you're in the rewatch gang, let me know what you thought about the first episode back of Love and Marriage Huntsville. Well, y'all as disgusted as me. Jesus. This one, I didn't say Love and Marriage Huntsville, but this damn Family of Fiance. Whatever. The first episode back. Up next, stick around. Y'all gonna get whooshed into the next live Love and Marriage Huntsville. We're gonna talk about that. And then I'm gonna go sit down and watch Harlem so I can review the last 2 episodes of Harlem and we can wrap that up. But anyway, you all, I will holler at you later. Have a good one, y'all. Bye.